For the past 6 years, I've been living constantly in a state of fight or flight. And that is not an exaggeration, that is me being dead serious. And it has taken a toll on me. It's come to the point where it has affected me physically. Like, that's how bad the stress is. That's how bad the trauma is. I wish I could, give you a chronological order of what exactly happened in my life. What exactly caused. I wish I could give myself that answer. But I cannot give you that answer because I only vaguely remember. But those vague memories are strong fucking memories where just of thinking about them makes me cry. Just thinking about them puts me in a very stressful situation. If you clicked on this video, it means that you probably feel like you've gone through some shit in the past which is unexplainable at this point because it was obviously in your childhood and you've taken that baggage on into your real life. And the common advice of, oh, just fucking let go. Like, how? Okay, let go, but how? Like, are you fucking stupid or something? You're telling me to let go trauma just like this. Like, are you dumb or something? Give me an actual method. And the actual methods I have concluded are extremely difficult, but there's no other choice. You have no other choice apart from these difficult methods of getting rid of trauma. It's consuming you, it's owning you, it's not allowing you to be your best self. You know all this. You live in it. Like, it makes you cry the second you think about it. You cannot process it, you cannot handle it. You don't know who to blame, whether yourself or the people that perpetrated it. You do not know. And it's a very terrible existence, I'm aware. And basically, you just haven't been able to let go yet. Right? You just haven't been the advice is correct that you should let go. How, they don't tell you, but basically it still owns you. Basically, your trauma still owns you like a little beta cuck. So the first thing is basically that you need to know if you even actually have trauma. Okay, and there are a few steps to actually tell if you have trauma or you're just bullshitting yourself. The number one thing is self-sabotage. Self-sabotage basically means that you take actions that harm yourself. The most common way of self-sabotage is addictions, and especially addictions that you know are bad. If you are just unconsciously doing them, that is not self-sabotage. Self-sabotage means that you know it's harming you and you're still doing it. Okay, let's say you eat junk food like a lot. You know you're fucking fat as fuck and you still don't work out. You know that you shouldn't watch porn and yet you still watch porn. You start a business, you know what to do and you still don't do it. That is a form of self-sabotage. And that is nothing but self-hatred. Like, you do not see yourself as the person who is free from porn, is free from alcohol, is free from compulsive consumption. You do not see yourself as that. So you do not take actions congruent to that state of mind. That is the first symptom of trauma, which is self-sabotage. And that is one of the most common traits out there. You'll see that people that are not traumatized or they are not, they've come out of their trauma, they do not self-sabotage. They just do not. And that is a very important metric for you to conclude if you've been traumatized or not. And before I continue the video, I do not like talking about this topic. Because what the fuck, like trauma, I know, like, the reason I don't like talking about trauma is like because girls talk about it. And they've like over exaggerated in a sense where it's like shameful for me to even speak about it. But the fuck, it's like fucking stupid as fuck, bro. I see all these LGBTQ posts on Instagram like, oh, trauma, oh. Like, it's fucking lame. They've made a serious issue to something that's fucking lame as fuck, bro. But anyways, like, I feel like it's important to say this because, like, whatever, man. Like, I don't associate with those motherfuckers. Like, I hate them. But trauma is real. Like, proper is like, it's real. Like, and you need to know how to come out of it properly. None of this ice bath bullshit. None of this massage therapy, LGBT. Become gay and your trauma will go away. Oh, that's a tagline. Become gay and your trauma will go away. The second symptom that you might be in trauma is that you feel like you are in a cage, that you are in an invisible prison with invisible walls. Okay, usually when we say stuff like this, we blame it on parents, for example, where we say, oh, my parents have put me in a wall, I want to do this but they're not letting me. Or it could be just self-imposed. Most cases it's self-imposed. Okay, so even in my case, like I've said in my videos, my parents don't allow me to do this. Like my, like, the invisible prison could be from many people. Like it could be from your teachers, it could be from your friends, it could be from your girlfriend, it could be from your fucking parents. But in 99% of the cases, it is self-imposed. Nobody's fucking stopping you. It is you. This is another form of self-sabotage, but like the invisible prison around you is a manifestation of your self-imposed boundaries that you've put on yourself. And you have essentially these past beliefs of your friends, family, like trapping you almost. But that is not true at all. Nobody is trapping you. You are trapping yourself. If you just pause this video and think for a moment, okay, is other people trapping me, or am I trapping myself in whatever constraint I've put myself into? Who's trapping me? Is it my wife? Is it my annoying as fuck wife? Or is it me? Think. Retrospect and continue the video. The next symptom is that you cannot handle stress very well. This is one of the biggest symptoms of having trauma. If you get into a stressful situation and you either instantly get angry or instantly feel like watching porn, like you have like some coping mechanism, you most likely have trauma. You most definitely have trauma. Stress management is such a massive part of this, where people that are traumatized, usually they cannot handle stress because their brain is already fucking spazzed out already. As I said, their brains are already in this fight or flight situation for no reason. And when you add like some external stress on top of that, you will completely spaz out. In my case, like for no reason, like I get stressed out, like, and in those times is when I easily, like, I have to like relapse, like I have to watch porn or something. Like that is my way of like dealing with this, which gave me more reinforcement that I am actually traumatized as fuck. Like I'm in a state of fight and flight, and I know this. Like I do not feel good. Like never in the past 6 years have I felt like just normal. I haven't felt normal. Like there's always some complaint. There's always, my mind is like fucked up. There's always something, which leads us to the next point, which is, if you are traumatized, if you've had this constant period of stress, you will have physical health issues, mainly unexplainable physical health issues. In my case, I've had digestive issues. I've had persistent digestive issues, ligament, like rotator cuff issues. If you look deeper into the rotator cuff issue, it has nothing to do with fucking doing pull-ups with bad form. It has everything to do with stress and trauma and mental stuff. I've had persistent sciatica for over a year now, and the cause is not slip disc or disc herniation or none of these physical manifestations or physical diagnosis of this problem. It is fully mental, because there is nothing physical in the x-rays and all this bullshit. So I know it's mental. And I've had many other such health problems. Like if I would list it, it'll be a long list. But in your case, most commonly people that are traumatized, they have digestive issues, most commonly. And one more thing that you'll see is that doctors now believe that it is impossible for a person to get sick unless they're stressed. So you'll see that most illnesses, sicknesses, they'll happen while or before somebody is stressed. And there is more and more evidence now to back that up. And that is absolutely crazy when you think about it. Doctors now believe that it is just impossible for you to get any health problem if you are not stressed. If you are stressed, you are putting yourself at you risk yourself of heart disease, this disease, diabetes. It all stems from prolonged periods of stress. And that's, oh my God, that's crazy when you think about it. So I am actively taking away from my lifespan right now? I wish there was a simple answer to this, which we'll come on to. We know the answers, but they are just so fucking difficult to execute, as you'll learn in a second. And you can actually prove this sickness thing that I told you about. Just look at people that live in the farm and look at the city people. Where is there more sickness, illness? Like, have you ever seen, bro, I've never seen a farmer sneezing. Like, I swear to God, I've never seen a farmer coughing or sneezing, ever. Bro, I'm literally fucking sick right now. Bro, the stress of recording videos got to me, fam. I'm, I've got a runny nose right now, man. But do you understand? Like the city people are firstly stressed of doing bullshit jobs. They have this childhood trauma, all this bullshit, and they haven't like released it properly. They haven't let go of it properly. And meanwhile, there's the farm people. They never get. I've never seen a farm person like a farmer cough or sneeze. And right now, I'm sick right now because I'm fucking traumatized as fuck. Like, I'm sick all day, bro. Like, it doesn't stop. Do you understand? So, trauma is nothing but bottled up emotions that you have suppressed and distracted yourself from feeling. So, the way you let go is you feel those experiences again. It sounds fucked up, I know, but the reason why you're traumatized in the first place is that when you were in that moment, you didn't handle it properly, or there wasn't somebody to comfort you at that moment and like let it go like instantly. Instead, you were the most common feelings are abandonment, neglect, ignorance, and these usually come from your parents, and that deeply scars you, bro. A loss of a friend, a loss of friends, a loss of a family member, and you have literally no one to go to. Like these are like deep moments where one person might feel those and be perfectly okay, but you felt those exact same things and now you're traumatized as fuck. Okay, and basically you did not like experience those emotions properly in that exact moment, and now it's like inside of you, and you're like feeling it again and again. My A theory which I really like is this one. And I really like this theory because it's so true. Across our whole lives, we have distracted ourselves and numbed ourselves from feeling emotions. Why is addiction so rampant? Why is all this like watching TV and all this like stuff so rampant? My guess is that it's just like suppressing your emotions. Like whenever you feel bad is when you do these things, right? So naturally you are suppressing those emotions from coming out. If you would just not live with smartphones all day, you would feel like, oh my god, you would feel, I'm getting goosebumps saying this because those emotions are so negative, so difficult to face. You must relive those experiences again and process it properly. Right now, when you feel a negative emotion, it's just a manifestation of your past trauma coming out, and we numb it. We just like we push it down, like we squeeze it into a little bag, and like it becomes worse and worse and worse and worse. We are not taught how to like face stress. We are instead told, just let go, just get rid of your stress. Like what the fuck? Like how do you get rid of your stress? You can't. You must learn how to deal with stress, and the way you do that is you take action, you get triggered, and then you let go. Taking action is just basically just live your day-to-day life. Don't do anything special. Live your day-to-day life. See what triggers you, and you must keep doing those things again and again. Getting triggered basically means you get those negative emotions, and those negative emotions could be in the form of anger, deep sadness, deep restlessness, sexual desires and urges. So if you feel like watching porn, for example, the urge of consuming any kind of addiction, or these are negative emotions that are rising up from the deep depths of your fucking trauma from your brain. What you must do is just experience those emotions in the moment and let it go. Like you can't let go just sitting here. I can't let go right now because there is no like crazy emotions right now. The second I stop recording this video, I start staring at this wall. It won't take more than 20 minutes for me to get those fucking negative emotions again. And that is, oh my god, bro. It's difficult, bro, because I've tried and that's literally extremely difficult. If you're deep into trauma, like if deep into that shit, that is very difficult to come out of. But this is like one of the best solutions that you can do. And it'll take you 6 weeks. From what I've read, it'll take you 6 weeks of fully like letting go every single triggerous moment and not engaging in distraction. The how we live our lives today is just, we come from school, we come from work, come home, we want to work on a business but we don't. Then we watch porn, then we watch a movie, then we watch sports, then we watch F1, and then we watch anime, then this and that. Constantly being distraction from your emotions mainly, and distraction and suppression is something that you want to stop from this day moving forward, or at least like try to reduce it, because 6 weeks is the diagnosis. 6 weeks of zero suppression and zero distraction is how you heal your trauma, and experiencing what I said, action, trigger, let go, doing that on repeat all day, every single day for 6 weeks. And the way you get triggered is by doing the things you are afraid of. We are afraid to quit our addictions. That's the biggest example I could come up with. We are afraid to work hard. We are afraid to do things we haven't done. We are afraid to speak to the girl on the street. We are afraid to call our old friend and say what's up. Like all these things that you are so fucking like afraid of, you want to confront those fears head on. And like this sounds so like motivational, but it's not, because if you are like somebody dealing with trauma, you know how bad of an answer that is. That is literally the worst thing I could have said right now. But we know that's the answer. I fully resonate with you. Like I'm as scared of you. I'm as scared as you right now. Trust me. But this is the answer, and I believe that this is the answer. We know this is the answer. Face your fears, get triggered, and let go. There's also a physical way of removing stress and all. It could be massages for you, it could be acupuncture for some, but that's not going to remove your trauma. The only thing that's going to like properly permanently remove your trauma is the first point that I mentioned above, like the first point, which is action, trigger, release, whatever. The physical version of it is that when you get stressed, your psoas muscles get tight. So psoas muscles are basically your hip flexors. So you want to search up hip flexor stretches and do them. David Goggins is famous for saying this actually. His psoas muscles were so tight that his entire body was like compressing. He lost 2-3 inches of his height. So the psoas muscles are basically muscles that connect your upper body to your lower body. And when you become stressed, your psoas muscles, they contract. And they are in a permanent state of contraction, which if you release them, you will feel much better. So try this psoas stretching out, and just stretch your lower body in general. Stretch your hamstrings as well. And quads are not really known for like the stress thing, but your hamstrings and your psoas muscles are your main culprits in this situation. Another thing people have found great relief in doing is the Wim Hof breathing method. This one is again absolutely amazing. Many people have tried it, and it can alleviate a lot of your day-to-day stress. It only takes 10 minutes. I suggest you do it twice a day. You'd feel extremely good. I'll have links to this in the description. Basically, it's a breathing practice for you to like alleviate stress. And breathing in general, you want to start breathing slowly. Don't breathe like a fucking dog. You know how the dogs breathe like fast breathing. That keeps your heart rate up. The slower you breathe, the slower your heart rate is, and the more chill you are. You want to take this stuff extremely seriously. Do Wim Hof twice a day, and fucking breathe slowly. So this is what I'm gonna do as well from now. Wim Hof twice a day. Come on. The next concept is the concept of healing from your trauma in a walled garden. A walled garden is nothing but a safe space where you are in isolation. It's not a room, rather, it's a environment where you are in isolation. It's a garden with outdoor spaces, with places to chill, with places to, read books, where places you can sleep. It's like a walled garden. Like, how could I explain it? Like, just imagine a walled garden in whatever sense you can imagine it right now. And you want to spend 1 to 3 months in this walled garden to recover from your grief, to recover from your trauma, and to recover from all the things that are bothering you. This is, for many people, there might be a financial constraint to this. But for me, my walled garden is a nice hut in the middle of the Himalayas. And that kind of a nature environment, that would be my walled garden. And I, I would not be able to experience it right now, but definitely when I have access to it, when I have the time, like proper time to do it, I would definitely want to spend 1 to 2 months in a walled garden, away from distraction, away from suppression, no internet, no phone, no nothing, just me and my thoughts and my way of recovering from my grief and trauma. And the final point would be that you must get good sleep. This is pretty honest, like this is pretty like self-explanatory. Like, you want to do the basic stuff of get good sleep, do workouts, like nice cold showers. I don't know, cold showers, this and that. Like, you want to just basically just fucking relax, bro. Like, do everything you can to just chill the fuck down. And the main thing is the first point, bro. Main thing is the first point. Like, if you skip all that and do the rest, it's useless. If you skip the rest and do the first point only, then that's still gonna get you somewhere. And like, listen, I'm not an expert because I haven't myself gotten rid of my trauma yet, and I will do it, man. I'll actually do it, man. Like, I know like the solution, which is, I told you, like, I'm not. The second I get triggered, I distract myself with YouTube or with something I have to distract myself with. But that's not the answer. You have to like face those fucking emotions, those dark demons, and you have to let it go systematically. I hope you get rid of this trauma thing, whatever you're facing, man. Like, chill out. Whether it's your like memories with your parents, or some friends did something to you, or somebody did something to you. You don't know who to blame. In many cases, you blame yourself. But trust me, man, like, you get out of it, man. Like, especially if you have physical manifestations of your trauma, that's the worst thing that could happen. But I pray for you. I pray for myself as well. Let's get out of this easy and quick. 6 weeks is the promise you're going to make yourself right now to face your emotions properly without distracting yourself and without suppressing those emotions. Because imagine how heavy your bag is right now. All these emotions, they're in your backpack right now. A lifetime of emotions in your backpack. Think about how heavy that bag is right now. And you're carrying it like a little hunchback cuck. Take off that fucking bag. Take out the emotions one by one. You'll be out of it in no time. 6 weeks. This is the year when you remove your trauma. No more trauma after this. Promise me that, and follow me on Instagram if you like this video. And I'll see you in the next one, man. Take care.